guys, my name is Lisa Diaz and welcome to my channel. Today I decided to create this makeup look for you, and if you like it, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos.
Hey guys, to start off my makeup, I will be doing my eyebrows with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3. I got my eyebrows done 2 weeks ago, and my appointment yesterday got canceled because of the coronavirus. Everything is closed, but I will get them done as soon as they open, I promise. Afterwards, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Toffee 405. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I could not get that open to save my life. So I'm going to be using a Morphe M432 brush to carve out my eyebrows. Like I said, they're very bushy, so at this point I'm just trying to work a miracle and get this done for you guys. You will see me bringing the concealer down to my eyelids and later putting some on there. I did my makeup yesterday and I did a pink look for a TikTok, and it stained my eyes pink. It took me at least 30 minutes to get some of it off, but yeah, that's why I'm going to be bringing the concealer down my eyelids. I think this is when I actually gave up on my eyebrows and just decided to keep going with the makeup tutorial. Now I put more concealer on my eyelids just because I think you could still see the pink from the night before, and I'm going to blend that out, and then my neighbor just stares at me. I think she was just walking her dog or something, but she stepped in front of my window and stared at me, which I thought was pretty weird. After I finish blending out the concealer on my eyelids, I'm going to be taking the Morphe 35O palette, and I am going to be using this shade as my transition color, and then this shade to intensify my crease. You want to be doing windshield wiper motions, and I said use the same brush just because I don't feel like washing my brushes afterwards, so yeah. From here, you just want to build up intensity and color, so I'm just going back in the palette on this shade and just intensifying my crease and bringing it in more to my inner corner, and then doing my other eye. This just gets pretty repetitive just because you want to build color. So now I am going to go back into this shade and just blend out the colors just to make sure that we have a seamless crease. And now we're going to be going into this Morphe M433 brush, and on this shade right here, we're just going to put that on our outer corner and just drag it in just a little bit. I know I'm going a little crazy, but just drag it in just a little bit to darken up the outside of the crease. So after we do this, I am going to be taking this BH brush. I don't have the name for it, but I will try to find it and link it down below. And without any product, we're just going to blend. So I blend for quite a while just because I wasn't really feeling the look. My eyebrows kept throwing me off. But now I take the same brush that I used to carve my eyebrows and the same concealer, and I attempt to cut my crease. I feel like at this point I was just about to give up. I was not liking it at all. And you can tell by the way my face just keeps changing. But I promised myself that I was going to get this video out while we were in quarantine, so that is what I am doing. So at this point, I think I just told myself to try to do a good look. After I cut my crease, I'm going to go in with this random flat brush and this shade right here and put that on top of the concealer. This is definitely not what I was going for, but at this point, it was too late to go back. So at this point, I grabbed the same BH brush with no product and I blend my crease. I don't know why, because I wanted to do a cut crease, but we're just going with it. And then I do the same thing to my other eye. I put the concealer on my lid, and then I use that same shade and the same brush, and I put that on top. I'm going to put this video out while everybody's stuck in the house and has nothing better to do, just because I'm a perfectionist and I feel like this is not the quality that I want to put out there, but I have to end up putting something out anyway. So I really hope you guys enjoy and subscribe, and hopefully my next video is a little better and my eyebrows will be done. So I'm going to take that dark shade and that small Morphe brush, and I am going to just darken up the crease. Now moving on to my face, I am going to be spraying the Morphe setting spray all over, and I am going to use it as a primer. I am going to use the same concealer I've been using this entire time underneath my eyes, just because I have very dark circles and I like to conceal before my foundation. So I'm going to do that, and with this Morphe sponge, I am going to blend that into my skin. So as I am patting the concealer into my under eyes, I come to the realization that I forgot to set my eyebrows. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Brow Drama in Deep Brown to set my eyebrows because Lord knows they need whatever they can get at this point. Now that that's all taken care of, I am going to move on to my foundation. I will be using the Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation by L'Oreal. I am using the shade 109 and 108. I am mixing both of them together just because 109 is my summer shade. And right here, I got a little too excited and I got foundation all over my carpet, all over my bed, all over my pants. But you know what? I am doing this for you guys, and we're just going to keep it pushing and not worry about it at all. You know, just keep on mixing whatever. At this point, I am just thinking, why am I still recording? But to be honest, it's content, so I am just gonna keep going with it. I am mixing the foundation in the back of my hand and I'm placing it on my face. This foundation does dry down pretty quickly, so I like to place it as I go. And I am using that same Morphe sponge that I used for my under eyes. This foundation is amazing, is a 10 out of 10 recommend. If you do have more of a drier skin, I do also recommend the Infallible Pro Glow. It's the same foundation, it's just a more dewy finish. And my biggest pet peeve is when people do not put foundation in the little bridge under their nose. So I'm just reminding you guys, doing something good for humanity. And please never forget to put foundation on that double chin because it is very important. So after all that blending, I am going to be using this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula in the shade Bronzer. It is really not dark enough to be a bronzer for me, so I kind of just apply it as a face powder all over my face. After that, I am going to be using this Sonia Kashuk Luminous Bronzer in the shade Goddess. I got this at Target a while ago, and the only place that I've been able to find it again is Amazon. I'm going to be using that Morphe setting spray and this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. And I am going to be highlighting the top of my cheekbones and the Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. And later I am going to take a small random brush and just take that same highlighting shade and put that in the inner corners just to give it a little pop. I feel like doing this makes your eyes look a bit brighter, so that's why I do that. And now I'm going to use the Morphe palette once again, and I'm just going to take a random pencil brush and use this shade right here and put that underneath my eyes. I feel like doing this ties the whole eye look together. So I keep going back and forth quite a lot just because it wasn't as intense as I wanted it to be, so I just wanted to keep building up the color. So after I do that, I am going to go in with this NYX eye pencil in the shade Black, and I am going to do my waterline. I am not tugging on my eyes, I promise. It was just a little painful because it wasn't sharpened. And I'm back with lashes. I did my lashes off camera just because I don't have the box, so I don't really know the name, but I will try to find it and link it down below. I am also using this Maybelline Push Up Drama Mascara on my top lashes and my bottom lashes. Now I'm going to be moving on to this Morphe lip gloss in the shade Freebird, and I feel like this is the perfect nude for my skin tone. I really hope you guys enjoy this craziness of a tutorial. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Stay tuned for the bloopers.
Hopefully this is the last one because I'm tired of saying my name. Oh, my nose itches so bad. Okay, none of this is working.